What's up, everybody? Don't mind my Funkadelic shades. They're the only ones I could find. It's bright out here. I was in there watching something about, I think it was just a comment I read about technology and robots. It may have been a TED Talk or something. They're talking about when robots, or rather when technology exceeds the thinking capacity of humans, or you might just call it the Terminator effect, when our technology becomes self-aware. And it's something I thought about a lot. I've asked myself, like, first off, can a computer become self-aware? It's my belief that, and this is just my belief, of course, and this belief is based on absolutely nothing, so I'll just disclose that that no mechanical device could ever be conscious, yet could imitate consciousness to such a degree that we start to question whether our reality is even as coherent as the computers. In other words, humans tend to get caught up in our delusions. A computer program is only caught up in the delusions that are programmed within it. If you program into a computer all of the conditions and statistics and everything about the earth, about people, about genetics, let's say, everything we know, then that means that computer knows more than any average person. But as to how to assimilate that information and use it for the bettering of the future would be a difficult thing to know if a computer could do. Can a computer predict where we should be right now? I mean, that's kind of a moot point, because we are where we're at right now. But rather, could a computer set us up for a better future? Like if we entered a program that we wanted to say, okay, computer, what do we do in order to preserve the human way of life and, to live so everybody's happy? And a computer may be able to come up with a lot of these ideas. What it comes down to is, would that computer program be as accurate as nature's program? And that questions whether nature has a program at all. So if you believe that everything is just, let's say, by chance, the chance universe, then a computer program, people may think that that would be like a god in a way. But if you believe that there's a higher power or a higher energy or a higher mind behind everything, that means the computer could never compete with that mind. So my point here is being that people are afraid that if we devised a computer that could think, it would destroy us, because it would realize that humans are the scourge and the problem on the planet. And this is where Terminator came from, the whole idea of it. But the machines think that they are superior. But a thinking machine would realize that in order to even have usefulness, it would have to have humanity behind it, because that consciousness of humanity is really what drives us. This is really difficult for me to put down. I thought I'd be able to explain it better, rather to the degree of could we create a program to save us from ourselves when nature has already set into motion what is, I guess. It comes down to fate, free will, determinism, and all those things. Like, can you change your future by predicting something? It's always been like kind of with prophecy. It's one of the toughest things. People, after an event happens, a person say, look, this prophecy was written down. Beforehand, nobody was quite sure what the prophecy meant. But afterwards, it's easy for them to just say, oh, this sounds just like what happened. This was already prophesied. You don't hear about prophecies that where a person says, oh, this is going to happen on this date, and it happens. But with the computer program, it may be able to prophesize events that are just beyond any capability of human to determine or prophesy. It would be like, if you continue to pollute at this rate, then this is what may happen. Here's the thing. You have to have all the factors programmed in order for that to work. And I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, that the human has to program the computer, and the human is determining that, what to program based on the human's perception of what's important. So no matter how independent of a thinker that computer is. It was still originally programmed by a flawed, faulty human, meaning that it's going to carry those traits with it. It's a scary proposition to think of a computer that outthinks people. But they have them. They've been building robots that can interact with humans. But all of these programs are based on responses to things that we have programmed them to respond. But there may reach a point where they begin to think for themselves. And if that happens, well, God help us, right? No pun intended there, but it's almost an impossible thing to consider. Having devices running on ones and zeros that think for us. But we do it already. It's a strange life to live. We used to let our leaders think for us. You know, when we're young, we let our parents think for us. Then we get older and the leaders start thinking for us. What happens when the computers start thinking for us? When we just wake up in the morning and say, hey, what should I do today on my computer? And it takes all the statistics from what you've done in your last year and, you know, says, oh, well, this would be your best bet. This would, you know. It takes the humanity away from it, but at the same time, the humanity is what programmed it. Well, I guess I'll just end this because I haven't really made any points, but I've been trying to get my point across. I guess I don't really have an actual point, but rather just a discussion about technology exceeding the capacity of human reason and what sets us apart from that technology. If a computer could think and reason and rationalize and tell us what was important, even based on what we've programmed, could it ever exceed the ability of you and I to reason out a situation? Could it take all of those conditions and really assimilate the best outcome? And if so, what's that based on? It's based on what we think the outcome should be. And some things we just don't know. Hello, little bug. Have a great day, everybody, and 110-100-1110. Peace.